What's up, everyone? WGN with you again for another crypto review. This time, we're going to do Kusama and just dive a little deeper into larger cap cryptocurrency. Most times we've been doing small to medium cap cryptocurrencies, but this time I wanted to bring to you guys a larger cap one. So before we get started with these, just as a reminder, make sure to smash that like button, click the subscribe. We do have a giveaway going on currently. Once we hit 100 subscribers and any video gets 100 likes, we will be doing a giveaway of $100 in Bitcoin, but we also have a $25 in Bitcoin giveaway for whoever can come up with the most creative title for our crypto segment. We want to make sure to shout out Phoenix Suns again, Devin Booker and Chris Paul coming through. And with that being said, let's dive deep into this one. So like I said before, we're doing Kusama. This is one that you hear a lot of people talk about. Ticker symbol is KSM. And currently the price right now is $406, give or take a couple of cents. The circulating supply, they do have a little over 8.4 million in circulating supply. So it's a lower circulating supply, which is a good thing. If you're looking for different cryptocurrencies, which a lower circulating supply will allow the price to end up moving easier than if it had a higher circulating supply. The current market cap of Kusama is a little over 3.4 billion. And let's just go into everything. So this one is a part of the Polkadot ecosystem. So just as always, we've been using CoinMarketCap. Like I said before, we will switch it up and end up going with either Coin Paprika or CoinGecko moving forward. So as you can see with Kusama, this is just a chart of how it is. At one point, it did hit a high of close to $592. And they do have a lot of news coming out. So that's what will affect the price of Kusama. So you can continue just going down and it'll end up showing you what the 24-hour trading volume is, over 447 million. It'll show you, if you keep scrolling down, you're able to understand what the volume was yesterday, what the 7-day low is, the 7-day high. So that's huge to end up seeing at $344 was the low, and then $536 was the high in the past 7 days. And then also here, it'll show you the all-time high. So the all-time high was $623. And then all-time low last year in January, it was at 91 cents. So just think about the return you could end up getting on this. Forget everything else. This is over 600x from its low to now. And people always talk about where can we find the next 1000x coin or 1000x token. And it takes a lot of research and it takes a lot of time and diving deeper into the use cases of it. So before we end up going any farther, I'll end up just talking to you all about who are the founders of Kusama, and then also what makes Kusama unique, and then we'll dive into everything else. So to just get started, the founders of Kusama. So Kusama was built by the same team that created Polkadot, a community known as Parity Technologies. Its founder is Dr. Gavin Wood, a world-renowned computer scientist and programmer who also co-founded Ethereum. So a lot of people will hear those names, and you have Vitalik Buterin, you have Gavin Wood, you have Charles Hoskinson, and then you also have Fabian Vogelsteller. So a lot of those were the creators of Ethereum, and this is one of them, Gavin Wood. So he's done a lot of work. Parity Technologies has an extensive team comprised of some of the world's most successful blockchain engineers and has over 100 employees in total spread throughout the world, which is big. It shows that they have a huge team. In addition, Kusama is funded by grants from the Web3 Foundation, which was launched to help nurture and steward technologies and applications in the field of decentralized web software protocols. The Web3 Foundation also supports Kusama with research and community development thanks to its growth team. So what makes Kusama unique? So Kusama is unusual among blockchain platforms since it is predominantly built for developers that want to launch bold, ambitious projects with a fast evolving pace of development. It is built on a multi-chain, heterogeneously sharded design that uses a nominated proof of stake consensus system. So NPOS for short, but nominated proof of stake, just in case you ever hear those words, an alternative consensus mechanism to the energy intensive proof of work scheme. So a lot of proof of work is mining that you'll end up hearing, employed by several other blockchains. This system enables it to perform rapid on-chain upgrades without a fork and support cross-chain message passing, XCMP, to enable communication with other parachains on the Kusama network. So you can end up continuing to scroll down to end up reading more information. It'll show you other related pages to it, how many Kusama coins are there in circulation, and then it'll end up showing you how Kusama is secured, where you can buy Kusama, and we'll end up going towards the top so you can end up seeing more. So the first thing we'll do is we'll end up just looking at the market. So with the market, you're able to end up seeing different exchanges it is traded on. You have Binance, you have Huobi, you have Kraken, KuCoin, Bitfinex, Bittrex, and the list will honestly keep going, Bitsum. So this is listed on a lot of cryptocurrency exchanges. Once you don't see so far, which you will start to probably see as you continue to move forward in this bull market this year, or if you're watching this in 2022 or in the future, you will start to see it in other cryptocurrency exchanges. So the likes of Coinbase, you'll start to hear about it probably on Gemini. And just moving forward, we'll start to see more places. So if we go to wallet, just click on wallet, and then you can end up seeing wallets that support this. So Trust Wallet, Math Wallet, Trezor, Ledger, which are good to end up seeing. And so we can end up continuing to move forward. The total supply of Kusama is 9,651,217. They have 126,000 people watching Kusama. And let's get into the website. So once we're on CoinMarketCap, that's a huge place because you can basically click and end up seeing everything that you end up wanting to see. And so right when you get to the website, it's pretty unique, and it'll grab your attention with everything in the background. So parachain auctions are here, which is a huge thing that they've been looking forward to. You also started to see the price move up with Kusama because of the parachains. And then, so on the side, it says the scalable multi-chain network for radical innovation. So unprecedented interoperability and scalability for blockchain developers who want to quickly push the limits of what is possible. Built using Substrate with nearly the same code base and industry-leading multi-chain infrastructure as Kusama's cousin Polkadot. And you'll start to hear a lot of Kusama and Polkadot because they basically work hand in hand. You're also going to start to see a lot of things built on the Polkadot ecosystem that they were trying out on Kusama to start. So the origin of Kusama. So the relationship between society and technology has deteriorated to the point where large entities routinely stretch and overstep their authority. Kusama is a network built as a risk-taking, fast-moving canary in the coal mine for its cousin Polkadot. It is a living platform built for change agents to take back control, spark innovation, and disrupt the status quo. So what is Kusama? And this is all on the main site. You just have to scroll down. So what is Kusama? Kusama is a scalable network of specialized blockchains built using Substrate and nearly the same code base as Polkadot. The network is an experimental development environment for teams who want to move fast and innovate on Kusama or prepare for deployment on Polkadot. Kusama was founded in 2019 by Gavin Wood, founder of Polkadot and co-founder and former CTO of Ethereum. So you already have a huge name behind Kusama, which definitely sticks out and will grab a lot of people's attention, just having someone of that nature on here. But then he also founded Polkadot and now he's moving into Kusama. So it gives a lot of credibility to this Kusama. So then if you continue to scroll down, you'll end up seeing it say launch your custom blockchain, and then different things about it: fast iteration, low economic barriers, advanced technology, open governance, engaged community, valuable experience. And just going off of valuable experience for teams looking to move to Polkadot after fine tuning on Kusama, Begin building your community and brand on Kusama before deployment. So then it has a place for developers and their team to end up going to. Then if you continue to go down, it says bring to your project. And the things you can bring to your project are innovation, scalability. So scalability, Kusama's sharded blockchains and open governance provided a scalable and future-proof infrastructure for businesses, marketplaces, and applications to deploy and mature. Interoperability. Kusama brings multiple blockchains together into one sharded network, bring developers from the silos created by legacy blockchain networks. Customization with Substrate, developers can build their own app-specific blockchain and connect it to Kusama. You continue to go down, the big thing is the Canary Network. So develop on the Canary Network. Many teams will choose Kusama for the dApp or parachain and remain exclusively on Kusama. Other teams will join Kusama as a temporary preparation ground for deployment on Polkadot. So parachains and applications. So you can use it for gaming and esports, messaging, DAO, marketplaces, Oracle, music, social networking. And then you have why build on parachain. Then also you have KSM token utilization. So what will the token be used for? Because y'all are trying to figure out the use cases of each token or coin in a cryptocurrency world. So you can validate the network, nominate validators, bond parachains or parathreads, and vote on governance referenda. So that's good to end up seeing different use cases for it. And then build with Substrate. So your Substrate blockchain is natively compatible with Kusama, making it simple to secure your blockchain and communicate with Kusama's network. And then a take flight. So you build, validate, join, and it gives you the processes on how to end up doing that. You can subscribe to stay in the loop. You can end up, that has different things on the sidebar to end up looking for developers. The community has different places where you can end up finding a local meetup. You can end up meet up on hubs. They have an ambassador program, and then there's socials. And we'll dive into that, but some of the socials are, they have a Discord, they have the water cooler, Riot Chat, they have Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and then they have the Crowdcast webinar. So we'll start with Twitter. So that's always a big place that people end up looking to. So they have over 79,000 followers, which means they have a huge community behind them, which is definitely important. As we all know, they clearly have a big base, and then they also have a high market cap already, but it's just important seeing that. And then just on their Twitter, because Kusama is a scalable multi-chain network for radical innovation and early stage Polkadot deployment. And it's just helping to prepare for when Kusama ends up moving. I mean, a lot of the different companies end up moving over to the main one of Polkadot. And then just on the main, once you end up clicking, what can you do with Kusama? And then it just breaks down to become a validator. And then it gives options for validators, then deploy parachains and explore the politics. And then you can also continue scrolling down and it'll show you join a cyber secret society. They have it called the Kappa Sigma Mu fraternity, asks you to get a Kusama tattoo to join. Wild. I don't know if I'm going to get a tattoo to end up joining, but that's what they'll end up doing. And then that's basically it with that. So you can end up seeing that. Let's end up checking out where it says see Kusama. It takes you back to the main page. You can end up looking for a guide, which is where we were before, to end up seeing everything. What docs do they have? Let's check that out. So what can you do with Kusama? So on Kusama, you can explore the politics, campaign as a counselor, vote for new runtime proposals using democracy, which is always good. So hone your validator setup. The minimum requirement for staking as a validator on Kusama is much lower than is expected for Polkadot. There are also programs in place such as 1,000 validators to help community validators rise the ranks. Deploy a parachain. Kusama will get the functionality required for parachains before Polkadot. This includes participating in a parachain spot auction and composable applications. So you can join a secret society. They talked about Kappa Sigma Mu, and then you can end up getting that tattoo, you know, if you want to get a tattoo to be a part of the secret society. So expect chaos. Kusama is getting more battle tested day by day, but it's built on the foundation of moving fast and trying new things. So who can participate? So basically, it's a short answer with everyone. And then Kusama is the permissionless network, and anyone can come along and start using it, which is always good because you have some that are only open to certain people or certain individuals, or it's kind of more difficult for others. And then basically it ends up giving you just some more explanation there. So what we will end up doing is just let's click on parachain slot auction. And so for a parachain to be added to Polkadot, it must inhabit one of the available parachain slots. So a parachain slot is a scarce resource on Polkadot, and only a limited number will be available. As parachains ramp up, there may only be a few slots that are unlocked every few months. The goal is to eventually have 100 parachain slots available on Kusama. These will be split between parachains and the Parathird pool. If a parachain wants to have guaranteed blockchain inclusion at every relay chain block, it must acquire a parachain slot. The parachain slots will be sold according to an unpermissioned candle auction that has been slightly modified to be secure on a blockchain. And then if you keep scrolling down, it just says rational, and then bidding, and different things of that nature. So let's see if we can get back to the main page. So more or less, that's mostly everything with Kusama. You end up just continue scrolling down. You can, like I said, look at their Twitter. And then if we go back to CoinMarketCap, we should be able to see like their socials and where they're actually at. So big one, you always want to see how active a company or project is, and you can end up checking their social media. So something to pay attention to. So currently today, we're recording this, it's June 12th. The price is $402 for a quick trade, not financial advice, but check to see if you can get the price between like 385 to 400, and you should be able to make a small trade if you want to, just depending on the capital you have to end up working with, or that's also probably a good place to end up getting in for a longer term hold. And just as you continue to scroll down with everything, you end up just seeing more. A big thing that they're talking about is the parachains. So that's a huge thing that you will see a lot of people end up bringing up is the parachains. And just if you want to look at the different tags that you can find them under, so One Confirmation Portfolio, Connecticut Capital, the CMS Holdings Portfolio, Polkadot Ecosystem, or Substrate. And the ways you can find them on forum.kusama.network or medium.com or Twitter. We checked out their Twitter, so let's check out the Medium real quick. And this is a place that you definitely want to end up checking out. You can also check out our Medium. Just go to Shipment Digital. You'll see a lot of AMAs there. We're hoping to continue to get more. But looking at theirs, so announced in the Kusama network, it did that 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago to the day, so a little over a month. And you can end up just checking more about Kusama. Kusama is the Canary Network and why the bird UX. So that's something a lot of people will ask about. So because Kusama is meant to be Polkadot's Canary Network, warning us of issues to keep things safe for developers down chain, without a network like Kusama, there is no reasonable way to fully understand the potential dangers that lie ahead. We are building bleeding edge experimental technology, which means there are no promises about what Kusama will do or how it will work. Expect a lot of chaos and a little fun. Kusama's launch is planned for this Northern Hemisphere summer. And remember, this was written in 2019. So I'm just reading off a little bit so that people can learn more about Kusama, what they wrote back then. Again, just check out their Medium and medium.com/Polkadot, and then you can end up finding it with Kusama. So with KSM, you can validate, nominate the validators on parachains, pay for interop, message passing, and vote on governance referenda. So like they show here, you can subscribe to the newsletter, you can join the conversation, you can follow them on Twitter at Kusama. Twitter is a huge place. If you're not on Twitter yet, definitely get on Twitter and follow them if you want to learn more about Kusama. And just go to the bottom, you'll end up finding out more articles about them. But overall, if you were to ask me, I would probably say Kusama is something that I definitely would say can be a good powerhouse long-term hold. Always, if I could recommend anything, is make sure you have at least 1 to 2, probably in like the top 50, since that's your more larger cap cryptocurrency, since there's so many in the top 100, that are at least $1 billion. Those have been around, so they actually are more mature. But Kusama is definitely one. As Polkadot starts to take off more, Kusama will start to take off more, and as more applications and developers build on top of Kusama and their parachains, Kusama will start to move up more. So I do think that this is something that people should do more research on and just check it out. Again, you don't have to invest in any of this. You can always monitor and pay attention, check out people's Twitter, and just put in $ for the symbol KSM, and you'll be able to see more about Kusama. But with that being said, WGN, we got next podcast, Christian Hayes, we out.